So Deontay Wilder gets knocked out by Zhilei Zhang in the fifth round last night. My thoughts on the fight is Deontay Wilder just won't pull the trigger. He just refuses to pull the trigger at this point in his career. I think that the Malik Scott training has hurt Wilder the most, and it's not because I think that that Malik Scott is a bad trainer. I actually think is a damn good trainer. I think his teaching is really good from what I see. Um, the problem is that he got with Wilder too late in the game, and there was no way to change Wilder at the point where he took over. There was no way for him to be able to implement the things he was teaching and be able to apply it to a real fight. See, a lot of times we can see this in training, but once you get under the lights, things change. And, it has to be muscle memory and it has to just become naturally. And it never did for Wilder. He just tried to think his way through the fight. And Wilder was never going to be that type of fighter. So I think that was a bad move for him to get with Malik Scott. I think he should have kept Mark Breland at the end of the day. I know hindsight is 2020, but at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. He was a much better fighter under Mark Breland than he was under Malik Scott. Too much thinking in the ring, way too much thinking, and we can also attribute it to the ass whooping he took from Tyson Fury. I mean, that third fight was brutal. He went out like a warrior. He lasted 10 rounds, but I mean, he took a beating and he took a really bad knockout in the end. So, I know that took a lot out of him. Also, inactivity and father time, all that catches up with you in the end. And now, on top of that, he's giving away so much weight in all of these fights too. You got to think about it. Deontay Wilder is tall, but he's very thin. And 214, man, he's almost a cruiserweight. Zhilei Zhang was almost 300 pounds. Like, this dude is way bigger. And, these are things that Wilder had to deal with, a lot of the times. And he was able to overcome it throughout his career. But when you start to factor in all these different things, it all caught up with him. Even in the fight, I could tell when Zhilei Zhang was hitting him, you could tell he was literally grimacing and wincing up when he was getting hit. It was like almost like he didn't want to get hit no more, And that's what happens, Boxing is a very, very brutal sport, very tough, and to be doing it for a long time, eventually it's gonna take everything out of you, and that's what happened. That's what I seen yesterday. Looking back on his career now, I hope that this his last fight. I think that should be it. But I still think about that Anthony Joshua fight that he could have got for 50 million. And I know he's kicking himself in the butt. And then he went over there to Eddie Hearn anyway in the end and made some money with Eddie Hearn when he could have made so much money when him and Anthony Joshua was undefeated. But he let the PBC get in his head, made it seem like they was just all about him. And, a long time ago, man, I said Deontay Wilder would be a fool not to take that money. And don't show any loyalty to PBC. You have to show loyalty to your family first, right? And that's not to just turn your back on people, but at the end of the day, man, I have to make the best business decision for me and my family. I cannot do this forever. And $50 million on the table and a rematch clause against Anthony Joshua would have been humongous. He never made that type of money fighting anybody else. I mean, that was crazy. Now, if he would have beat Anthony Joshua, which a lot of people thought he was going to beat him, me personally, I didn't think so. But, I mean, I could see it happening, of course. He missed out on a lot of money, man. He missed out on a lot of money. And I know he kicks himself in the ass every day just thinking about it. Or maybe not every day, but I know he kicks himself in the ass thinking about, like, damn, I should have took that damn fight. And in the end, he's not even with the PBC. They should have did everything they can in their power to make that fight happen for him. But a lot of times they're in it for their own best interest too. See, and we always got to think about that. Now, I want fighters to do that more. Think about your best interest first and foremost, because I promise you the company is doing the same thing. It's business, man. Oh, I love you, Deontay, man. Hey, man, look, I gotta go get this money, bro. This is life-changing money. 50 million for a fight? Yes. With a rematch clause? Yes. If I have to leave them to go get that money, I'm gonna go get it. It is what it is. You guys are not gonna pay my bills. You guys are not gonna take care of my family, and I don't expect you to. But you can't expect me not to, you know, chase better endeavors because I'm trying to stay loyal to you. No, your loyalty should be to your family only. Period. In my estimation, you work for them. That's it. They make money off of you. You make money off of them. That's how it goes. And I'm looking for the best opportunity. You know. And so, looking back on his career, I do think that's the one thing he definitely regrets, not taking the Anthony Joshua fight. He does. And he was trying his best to get back there, and he just needed to win one fight against Joseph Parker, and he couldn't do it. He beat Zhilei Zhang. I think they're going to make it happen, and just can't do it no more, man. They had him sitting over there for a year, and then fight one time, then another year. And the PBC was a complete mess at that point. And he paid for it now. But he still made a lot of great money. You know, I'm sure that he's happy with the money that he has made. You know, he should be set for life if he spent his money right. And he says he has, and, you know, salute to him for that. Me personally, I've never been a Deontay Wilder fan. I like skills more than anything. And Deontay Wilder never had skills to me, so I was never a fan of him. But, you know, at the end of the day, I will say he always went out on his shield. And, you know, he gave us some exciting fights. He did. And his power is, without question, one of the best I've ever seen at the heavyweight division in my estimation. So, you know, that's one thing I definitely got to give him credit for. That right hand was dynamite. I don't give a damn what nobody said. That right hand was dynamite. If he had skills with it, whoa. Now, man, if he had some defense with it, some footwork with it, goodness gracious, he could have been really special, you know. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm thinking this is his last fight. He hasn't officially said that. You know, he's insinuated things like that, but nothing has been official. We'll see. But do I think that is over for Deontay Wilder? Yes. I think he should hang him up, call it a career, and just be happy with what he's done, because he's done some great work with the limited amount of skills that he does have. All right, until the next video, subscribe. I'm out.